What's going on, everybody? We made it. 5 minutes late, but we made it. Hard
Dude.
pass. Very rarely on time. What's up, Remy?
Nothing much, man. Welcome home. Glad you're able to make it.
Just got home. Literally just walked in, sat down, was talking to Camille for a second, and I'm like, well, this is time.
Time to roll, baby. No breaks.
No breaks at all. How you doing?
Doing good. Doing good. Living the dream. Literally forgot it was Tuesday today. So
Honestly,
that was cool.
It's been a whirlwind. I have to type. Sorry, I'm texting people back that's blowing my shit up. But yeah, so what's up, Allison? How you doing? What's up, babe? It's me. So, well, yeah, I had a pretty crazy weekend. We went out. We went to a birthday party. Went to Whole Foods. Hung out. A lot of people. Had a good time.
Well, the real question is, what did you do Saturday evening? Well, for you, late afternoon is the real question.
So this is how my day went. So Saturday, I went into work for a little bit, and then I was like, I want to watch the football game. But do I really want to watch the football game? So Camille's like, well, we have this birthday party we should probably go to, right? So I was like, so what we'll do is we'll go to the birthday party. We'll leave here probably, a little bit into the first quarter because the game will be over and everything. So we can enjoy the night. So, Camille's sitting there waiting on me to get ready. And next thing you know, South Carolina's winning 14-7. And she's literally having to drag me out the door. So I was like, okay, well, this is anomaly. I'm gonna continue to watch on my phone. We went to the bar before we went to the party. Was watching at the bar, getting loud and getting rowdy. Everybody was looking at me sideways because
I can only imagine.
Because I was a Gamecock fan. So yeah, it was crazy. We ended up going to the party. I finished watching on my phone. And honestly, I was laughing a lot while the game was going on. Like literally, like I didn't know what to do with my hands. People kept asking me, "Are you excited?" And I was like, honestly, how are you supposed to feel? I felt a little like when the Braves finally won the World Series, because it was like, this is just where has this been?
This is weird.
This is weird, man.
This is weird.
I don't know. We're too good, dude.
I was literally left speechless through most of the game. It was crazy. I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm not believing what I'm seeing. It's like this isn't real life. Like I'm clearly stuck in a dream. Something is happening that's just out of the ordinary. Because I was kind of same mindset as you. We went to the tailgate and everything. We're out there, started getting cold, and I'm like, well, good news is I get to leave probably at the end of the first quarter. Probably when I get to go home, beat traffic, be in my living room by halftime. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then all of a sudden the first quarter happens. We score every time we have the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Second quarter happens. We're winning at halftime. I'm just like, well, when's it coming? When's the huge momentum shift?
And I thought it was going to be at the beginning, at the end of the half, and kind of how it trickled over.
I was like, when do they start reeling off a couple touchdowns and we can't move the ball anymore? When do we run out of plays that we practiced this week? Because I know that's coming. And it never happened. And I'm left more confused than anything. Don't get me wrong, I'm ecstatic. We beat the number 5 team in the country. Mm-hmm. I had zero expectations of doing that.
Right.
But I'm left in this state of confusion of like our offense, I will say for the most part of the year, the entire season, the offense has looked below par, but especially the losses to Missouri and Florida, it was atrocious. It was nowhere to be found. We couldn't do anything on
It
the
was
offensive
the
side.
worst football you would ever see in your life.
And then for us to come out there without our top 2 running backs and put up 63 points, I'm just left in a state of confusion. I don't understand it. I can't put the pieces in place that tells me how we went from Florida. We didn't score an offensive point against Florida, did we? Did we?
No, it was the fake punt.
Yeah. So we didn't score a point on offense against Florida, and then we come out against Tennessee and put up 63 in what was probably in my lifetime the best offensive performance I've ever seen from a Gamecocks team. It was just bomb after bomb. Spencer Rattler was showing.
No, I mean honestly, it was the greatest offensive performance, and I maybe say the history of South Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, like it was just nuts. It was everything we did was working, and it just. I saw a quarterback who went all year and was just kind of lost in his decision making out there, making great decisions, dropping dimes.
It was weird. That was weird to me.
Passes exactly where they needed to be. And I'm just like, where has this been? And I'm not saying that this offense should be scoring 63 points a game. That's that's a bit much. But like, we couldn't.
We had wide receivers getting open. We had wide receivers mossing people. We were calling up right plays. We were calling plays that ran off of other plays. We were calling 20-yard dig routes off of fly patterns. Like it all made sense. We looked like a football team.
It was weird. It's still weird. I still don't feel like I'm awake yet. I don't get it, bro.
Honestly, but hey, we knew for a fact how good of an arm Spencer Rattler had.
Yeah.
It's just, I think our offensive coordinator was confusing the shit out of him.
Was that the same? All right, so
he said that he called all the plays.
There's just no way. There's just no way. But now I will say,
honestly, I think he's trolling us.
I do too, because the bowl game last year, last year, and that game against Tennessee. That's an offense that looked like they could do some damage. Every other game other than those games, we look clueless. We look lost.
Remy, we literally scored a touchdown on every drive but 2.
Yeah.
And it was end of the half, and we went 3 and out, of course, to come out of half.
Yeah.
And then we just started.
I don't know, man. I'm just left in a state of confusion. But hey, at the end of the day, we were so down and out.
Made a deal with the devil.
I mean, yes, clearly. At the end of the day, we were so down and out after the last couple of football games. And now all of a sudden you look up and...
Now, I still think we're going to get our blown out pretty big by Clemson.
100%. I wouldn't be shocked if we don't score against Clemson. That's just how I have this feeling of how things are going to go. We're not going to score against Clemson at all. We're going to have a 63-point outburst against Tennessee and then just lay an absolute egg against Clemson. But at the end of the day, we have 7 wins. I thought that was what we were going to finish the year with 7 wins.
And there for a while, we're like, we're winning 5.
Yeah, and there for a long time, I was like, no, we're done. We ain't beating Tennessee. We ain't beating Clemson. We ain't winning a bowl game. So all of a sudden, we got 7 wins.
7 wins is a big step forward for the program. It is. Now, we still need to make changes. I think we still need an offense coordinator.
Did he save his job with that performance?
He will say, honestly, and it's not up to me, clearly. It's up to Shane Beamer. He will save his job if he comes out and beats Clemson.
Yeah.
If we somehow can beat Clemson.
I think he saved his job with that one game. And I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't get me wrong. I still feel like that needs to change, especially if we do come out and shit the bed in this next game.
Honestly, if we don't have to win. If we look decent on offense against Clemson, then if carries over the bowl game, if we look good in the bowl game, then he'll probably save his job, which I still hate because I think he's still a terrible offensive coordinator. But
it's just, because like two good games don't make up for
Here's the
It's
real
just
question.
a pile of shit we've been dealing with for 2
Who is the
years.
defensive coordinator for Tennessee? How in the world?
So many open plays, and
Dude, how in the
we're
world
running
do
the
you let
ball
that
with a
happen?
tight end. We're just gashing them with tight end runs up the middle.
They can't tackle him. They couldn't tackle him.
It was something to behold. But we actually found a way to get him involved in the passing game too, that's why
Line
I'm
him
so
up in the backfield, slip him out.
I'm so convinced that wasn't the same offensive coordinator, because we threw the ball to Jaheim Bell, and that I know for a fact is a no-no.
Bro,
I don't know, man. It was a great game to watch.
It was cool. It was just honestly going into Saturday. It's gonna be. I definitely think we're definitely gonna lose. I definitely think we're probably maybe lose by 10, but it's not gonna. I don't think we're gonna get blown out. I don't think this Clemson team blows out too many teams. If I'm honest.
I'm just love that we're at that point as Gamecock fans where we're just like, just not a blowout, baby.
Yeah, well,
please not a blowout. Make it a game I can watch.
Classic. Who's that called the game, Caleb? Honestly, it's hard to say it was Satterfield.
I mean, it is. It's hard because we have enough proof otherwise. We have enough game film outside of this past Saturday to tell us that wasn't.
We didn't run hardly any slip screens. We didn't run any hardly bubble screens. We didn't run any tight passing, tight end, running back screens. Everything made sense.
Route combos and shit like that we don't normally do. It was just nuts.
Bro, we were getting 3rd and 20s.
I know.
Like it wasn't nothing.
Like it wasn't nothing. Old Sunday got involved. It was
honestly
great to see. It was great to see.
It was cool for Spencer Rattler. Like, as much shit as he's taken in his career, and rightfully so, man, in a lot of situations. That boy, when it looks like that, that's special.
I'm gonna tell you right now, he needed that. He needed that because this fan base was not sold on him. Was not sold on him at all. And that game right there, that's one where you will live on
forever
in South Carolina lore forever.
Mm-hmm.
That game against the number 5 team in the country.
Boy, man, honestly, he was making some crazy throws.
No, he was.
The 40-yard back shoulder throw for the touchdown was crazy.
His placement on some of those passes were the only place you could put it. And he killed it, man. 6 touchdown passes. School record, 6 touchdown passes. What don't you think about that?
Bro. And it's like I've seen crazy high numbers sometimes come in against like South Carolina State, teams like that. That was against a bona fide top 5 team in the country.
Team looking to make the college football playoff.
Yeah.
Ended that. What a game,
and honestly,
dude.
the defense didn't play great. Of course, they still allowed 38. They did a lot of bend but don't break. But god damn it, they're so close to making plays. Just somebody. They're so close to making a play.
They do.
Even on the first drive, Zach Pickens had a sack. The guy scrambles for 40 yards.
Yep.
He frustrates me, dude. Zach Pickens pisses me the fuck off.
Zach Pickens. They all that whole defensive front aggravates the shit out of me. Mm-hmm. I started watching them, and we'll see. I doubt things change against Clemson. And you've maybe noticed this too. I know you like watching the trenches just like I do. But our defensive linemen, this frustrates the shit out of me.
They don't get off blocks.
No, they don't try to get off blocks.
No.
If you watch our pass rush, it's run to the tackle and then just push them. And it's like there's not a swim move, there's not a spin, there's not a dip, there's nothing. It is run to the tackle, grab him by the shoulder pads.
Honestly, the best pass rusher is Tonka Hemingway. He's a defensive tackle.
Yeah, he's a D tackle. And it's madness, dude. I watched it over and over because, we had there towards the end, we had a nice little cushion lead.
Right.
So I was like, let's see what these guys do when they pin their ears back. And I'm like, oh, they just run to the tackle and stand there. They don't get off of the block at all. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. I'm like, dude, that's a lot of stars in the recruiting classes
to teach them just to not learn how to
do a
get off the block.
Not one pass rush move, not a dip, not a spin, not a swim move, nothing. They just bull rush, but they're not strong enough to bull rush.
I will say, what a game for Juice Wells as well.
Yeah,
He
he's
was
had a
making
couple really big games this
You
year.
know what's crazy is, like, if you look back at, I'm looking at his games. So he's had some crazy good games where, so he started the year off 7 for 55. Then he had 8 for 189.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, we got a player here, folks. This was at Arkansas, by the way, another good team. I'm like, okay, we got a wide receiver we can throw the ball to. Charlotte, 2 for 27. South Carolina State, 7 for 30 yards. This is how bad the offense was.
That's them screens right there, boy.
Kentucky, 3 catches, 66 yards. He had that big touchdown. I'm like, okay. Texas A&M, 3 catches, 30 yards. Missouri, 7 catches, 50 yards. Terrible play calling. Vanderbilt, 4 catches, 110 on 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go to Florida, 2 catches, 16 yards.
Well, I mean, I think that was the only completed passes we had in the entire game.
Tennessee, 11 catches, 177 yards, and a rushing touchdown.
No, he is he's nice. He is man, it just makes you think if old Sunday played this year like he did last year.
What's up, dude? What's up, Neil? How you doing, brother? I ain't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing all right. Yeah, he needs more opportunities for sure.
Yeah,
dude.
Sure.
But honestly, it was just one of those games where I just had so much weird emotion shit flying around me to where it was like all I could do was laugh, right? I was just like
comical. It really was comical. It's like, dude, we literally, if we play half that well against Missouri and Florida, then we're a 9-win football team. That's what's crazy.
He makes a good point. Is the O-line back now? Dude, the offensive line played out of their ass. And I think it might have been also Tennessee's D-line, not the best. And our O-line was stout. We were moving them. And they also wasn't getting too much pressure. I think they had like 1 or 2 sacks on the night. So, yeah, some good points there for sure. I don't know. It was fun. It was just a fun game. Honestly, I was just sitting there laughing. Like, it was so cool to watch your team just be like, dude, we're about to score a touchdown. Like, over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah. It was pretty crazy. So, Remy, you still there? I think we lost you. You froze a little bit. I think we're losing Remy, ladies and gentlemen. But it was crazy.
Yeah.
You there?
Yeah, I'm freezing up a little bit. I'll be right.
Okay. I think he's going to change his internet out over. But
I'm back.
You're back. Yeah, we talked a little bit about this. I don't know. I don't like Satterfield. I think he overcomplicates things. If he called the plays on Saturday, hats off to the guy. It was the greatest offensive performance I've ever seen. He needs to do it for 2 more games if he wants to keep his job. We have more offensive performances. Clearly, we're not going to replicate that. But if we have good offensive performances, if we hang in there against Clemson, somehow beat him, that would be crazy, dude. I can't remember what that feels like to actually beat Clemson again. I'm not saying we're going to do it. We're definitely not. I think we're going to lose probably. I mean, it'll be double digits for sure. But if we stay close and if we have a good bowl game, then I think he maybe can retain his job. It was a perfect weekend. I saw that. Birthday. Allison, I see you sent me something via text. Did she send it to you, the Boykin stuff? Because we wanted to show that on stream for her. But I need to get tagged. If you want to send me that on Facebook or something, we'll show it and everybody and see if you can get some clicks out of it for sure. Budget ass Wi-Fi. See that?
Yeah.
There you go. Caleb Williams, everybody.
I don't even think Caleb had a good time at the game.
He's still pissed.
Straight up.
He said if he did call the game, he's more of a fucking idiot.
He watched the game in silence.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Let Remy's internet catch up on us again and see. So Did you see the top five? The top five came out today. Top four for college football.
I did. I saw that.
Your boys.
Saw no major changes. It's still there.
I find it weird that LSU is sliding ahead of one-loss teams.
It is odd. It is a little odd.
Because think about this. Who do you think's better? And I don't like USC, but a one-loss USC versus a two-loss LSU. That's weird to me. It's like that.
It's weird. It is weird, especially with USC being USC. You know, it's like you would think they want USC back in that conversation. So for them to push a two-loss team ahead of them is a little odd.
He said, "What are our chances against Clemson?" I still think we lose. We probably lose by 10 or so. Hopefully it's below the spread. But we'll see. Honestly, I think this is what's going to happen. Clemson's offense is not good, but our defense is also not too good either. So they're still going to be able to move the ball a little bit. Clemson's front seven is way better than what we faced against Tennessee. So, what the fuck, Terry? We got this.
I mean, it would be great.
Banks
it would be great.
Honestly,
it would be great to do it, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Yeah, we got this, bro." Literally, like I'm so hyped on what happened in the Tennessee game, but I can't forget what happened in the Missouri and Florida games.
Yeah, I'm still a realist.
I can't.
I'm still a realist. They're not going to fool me. They do have South Carolina has a way with me for sure, and they fool me every now and then. But I mean, honestly, I just need to see it more and more. I don't think this Clemson team is crazy, supremely talented. I think they're good. I don't think they're the eighth best team.
They're definitely not as good as they've been the last few years. So I mean, if there's ever a chance for a South Carolina team to sneak in and get a win, it would be this year. But
he said, "Did Beamer replace Satterfield with a body double?" I think he just acted like he was calling the plays. I like somebody upstairs call. So
I like this idea by Caleb up here.
Maybe it was Steve Spurrier. Yeah.
Honestly,
I literally told everybody Rattler's out here playing like Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. No,
he was crazy.
Dude. What a day! What a weekend for the old South Carolina Gamecocks.
It was the greatest offensive performance of all time.
I was speechless. I was literally sitting there like, what is happening? What is going on? None of this makes sense. But we did it.
Caleb says 2-loss SEC champion gets in.
And
we'll see.
Probably over TCU. And good for the fans that were at the game getting to storm the field.
He's doing good.
I know it is what it is. You know, it's $100,000 fine or whatever. This is a fan base that did not get to storm the field after beating Alabama all those years ago. And this is the biggest win for the program.
It was cool. They definitely, you could tell that they gave them the okay. Because they were about to come out to block it, and they're like, "Nah, we'll just let them storm it." It was cool. I stormed the field when I was a young guy. I was with my granddaddy, and it was after we lost all those games in a row, and we played Boise State at home, and everything. So I remember when I was a young kid, and we stormed the field. Then that was cool. And then the next week we beat Georgia, and we stormed the field again. We stormed the field in back-to-back weeks. So that was pretty crazy. How long until Beamer gets poached to a bigger program? I don't know. Honestly, I think he still has a lot to do here at South Carolina before bigger teams kind of come in. I like Beamer. I do. I think he is more of a talking figurehead kind of guy. He's not an X's and O's kind of guy for sure. He has to get the offensive and defensive coordinator calls right. We'll see if it's Satterfield. Satterfield has 2 more games to kind of keep his job. He needs to get the offensive line coach right. The O-line, if they play like they played last week, we have a chance against anybody, clearly. But the issue is they're up and down. They've been one of the worst units I've seen in South Carolina in quite some time. And there's talent there. You see that there's talent there. They just haven't put it all together. Is Lloyd back now? I don't know. I think there's rumors floating around that he had a fracture. It was more than a thigh bruise. So we'll see if he ever comes back.
And I will say my one thing with Shane Beamer, when we hired Beamer, I said, after all the shit we went through at the end of the Muschamp era, players quitting and leaving, and and all that nonsense was, I said, all I care about is that we hire a coach that wants to be in Columbia, South Carolina. And that was why when we made the hire of Shane Beamer, I was excited because that was a guy who had roots here, who seemed very excited to be here. And I wish him the most success in the world. Of course, he coaches my favorite fucking college team, so I want him to be successful. Right. But he clearly shows that he does want to be here. So I hope he's here for a very long time. And in order for him to be here for a very long time, he's going to have to keep winning football games. So I hope no one poaches him anytime soon. I know it won't be soon. Because let's be real. Let's be realists about the whole thing. It's not like he's out here dominating in the SEC. We won a big game. The rest of the games that we've won this year, outside of the fluky Texas A&M game, and Texas A&M hasn't been that good in the first place. We're not out here beating juggernauts. We beat Tennessee. It is what it is. The rest of the games have been kind of weird.
Thanks for stopping by, Neil. It's good seeing you again, brother. Hey, tell all your friends about us. We come here. We do this thing on Tuesdays. We do a live podcast. We also do some watch-along stuff on Thursday. So thanks for stopping by. But, yeah, so definitely for Beamer's sake, we need more wins like that. Where maybe not to that over that talent, maybe not over the number 5 team in the country like that. But the teams that we need to beat, we need to beat. We need to walk away from it feeling like, damn, okay, we beat those teams.
We were better than they were.
Missouri at home. We should have put up that performance because, honestly, that one's the hardest one to shake. Who you could fight? 100 Spencer Rattler size ducks or one size duck Spencer Rattlers? I
would say the one duck size Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, I think
basically just be fighting a person the size of a duck.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one.
I think I got that one.
One Spencer Rattler size duck. Spencer Rattler's not that tall anyway, so I'll still be taller than the duck.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think I got the size advantage on that one.
Yep, for sure. Beamer from a PR standpoint, he's the best we've had. Exactly. I mean, he's a talking head. I think he does great. He sells the program. He makes the program look nice, and all that standpoint. It's got to translate to the field though, for sure.
For sure. So there was other games Saturday. There were some other games, namely probably one of the crazier endings of the weekend with the Hypnotoads, TCU. I missed the end of the game because I was on the way to the Carolina game. So I was just kind of like trying to follow it on my phone and everything. So I didn't actually see the ending until we got there and saw them have to run the field goal team out onto the field, no timeouts, snap it, kick it.
They tried to fuck it up.
Oh, hope it goes in. I mean, at the end of the day, it's one of those things where the last 2 games, especially for TCU, haven't been pretty. They've been pretty ugly wins, but wins are wins. Right. They're still undefeated. They got one more regular season game and then the Big 12 championship game. And if they win both of those, of course, I think we'll finally see TCU in the college football playoffs. So I'm excited. They need to tighten some things up to win those last 2 games, though. That one was close. That one was a little too close.
The games get a little closer and closer, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
As they come closer into the Final Four. So, honestly, I can't wait for 12-team playoff because we would be talking about, other teams that's really good in it, like an Oregon, like an Alabama, like a USC, like these teams. There's more and more parity across the league, where TCU would definitely be in it no matter what. But yeah. So who y'all play this week? Y'all play Iowa State
finale, at home versus Iowa State,
and then you have the final game,
the Big 12 championship.
Okay,
gotta win them both because we don't. They're not going to let them in. So gotta win them both. Of course, we have. We had a couple of really close calls for some of these top teams. Georgia beat Kentucky 16-6.
Yeah, it was a close weekend
in an ugly game. Georgia has those sometimes. It's kind of weird. It's like you think they'd run over a team like this, and they squeak out a 16-6 win. Ohio State, Maryland finished 43-30. It was really close through most of that game, though. That game was pretty tight fight there for a while. Ohio State pulls away with a 13-point victory.
Mhm.
Michigan beats Illinois
Barely.
barely at the end of the game, 19-17. But the bad news for Michigan, they play Ohio State this weekend, and their all-world running back might not be able to play.
Yeah, with his knee.
Got hurt late in the game, so they win that one, but they need him, I think, in order to stand a chance against Ohio State.
So it's rivalry week, and I love the rivalry. So we have the old Egg Bowl coming up on Thursday. Mississippi State, Ole Miss. Then we have, how about this matchup on Friday? Number 19 Tulane versus 24 Cincinnati. That's at 10 a.m. for me, noon for everybody else. Baylor, Texas on Friday. North Carolina State, North Carolina. UCLA, Cal. Like, these are some great rivalry football games. Florida, Florida State. So,
all those on Friday.
All those on Friday. Clemson, South Carolina is, of course, a noon game, which means we lose automatically. We've lost every day game. We've won every night game. We lost every day game here. It was tight for the Buckeyes. You keep putting
with
stars.
Something with your M's is messed up there, bud.
Stadium for the game.
Stadium for the game. Someone went in and replaced your M's
with a
asterisk,
star.
So
that's interesting. Never seen that before. Michigan, Ohio State. What a game this is going to be.
Yep.
2 versus 3.
Big game, but now
why is this game at noon?
It's the Big Ten, baby. It's what they do. Noon kickoffs. It's their thing. They love them.
Look at it, dude.
It's because most of their stadiums didn't have lights in them until a couple of years ago. So, I mean, it is what it is. Oh, I see. He can't have the letter M because they're playing Michigan. He's an Ohio State fan.
That's weird, Ted.
You can't have the letter M in your vocabulary this week.
Louisville, Kentucky, of course. They play against each other.
This is rivalry week.
Football
lit,
coming
dude.
up. It's lit, dude.
It's
Auburn,
lit.
Alabama, Oregon State. Let's fucking go, Oregon State. That's my squad, bro. 8-3. Squad up. Iowa State, TCU, Michigan State, Penn State, Utah, Colorado, LSU, Texas A&M, Notre Dame, USC. Okay. Washington State, Kansas State. Vanderbilt, Tennessee. Vanderbilt's trying to go bowling. So
what a turnaround for Notre Dame this year.
Yeah.
8-3, 15th in the country. Who would have thought that after the first couple of weeks?
I thought Mac's on TV right now. It's Mac Tuesday.
Maction, baby.
The Maction.
It's Maction time. Did you watch the Southern Cal UCLA game?
Yeah, it was a good one.
That was a hell of a game too, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really good weekend for college football in general, unless you're a Tennessee fan. All in all, last weekend was good, and it wasn't even rivalry week, so this weekend could be even better. This is when college football gets fun, because you especially a lot of teams. I don't know if other fan bases are like our fan base, but I know for us, it's, we could win one game, and if it's the Clemson game, then the whole year was worth it, type of deal. I don't know if everyone else's fan bases are that way. I know ours are. So this is a good weekend for a lot of people, no matter what school you root for. So pretty excited. And we get one game on Thursday. We get Friday. We got a whole slate of games, and Saturday we got a whole slate of games.
Bro, let's go, dude.
It's going to be a good weekend.
Let's go, man.
It's a good one. It's a good one, as they say.
Dude, college football's going to be lit.
It is.
You know what's even better than that, though? The left hand of God plays this week, bro. I was so bummed that the Dolphins didn't play last week.
Right? It was so big. I was like, dude. I mean, in all fairness, coming off of the Tennessee win, I was like, thank God Miami can't let me down on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? It's like I
Bro,
didn't get to turn
I
around.
don't
and
know, man. I
them
look
let me down.
forward to them fins, bro.
Me too, dude. I honestly, for the first time in forever, it's like I'm excited to watch the Miami Dolphins play football. I don't have this sense of dread hanging over my head of
Right.
like, oh, we're gonna play like shit. We're gonna look bad. The media's just gonna shit all over us. It finally feels good for once. And not only, so I don't knock on wood. Not only do we play Sunday, we play against the Houston Texans. And if you don't know, the Houston Texans rank 32nd in offense, total offense, and 31st in total defense.
Yeah.
They are terrible.
They're somehow worse than us.
They're very bad.
Which sucks.
And we are like 13.5 point favorites or some shit. It's wild. We have a 2 touchdown favorite. Well,
honestly,
mess around and lose the game probably. But
so we start out on Thanksgiving. Bills Lions
games.
Bills Lions, of course. The Lions are going to be competitive.
They've
I'll tell you
been
this much.
competitive the last couple of games.
They're going to be competitive. Giants, Cowboys. Cowboys coming off that giant. The Cowboys make no sense to me.
None.
They make no sense to me. Sacrifice one. Caleb said sacrifice one for the Panthers for me.
Can't.
You gotta win them.
Division is the Bills.
You gotta keep winning.
Can't lose them. Can't lose any of them.
What if y'all won that division?
Right now we're the 2 seed, bro. Like right now we're the 2 seed.
We getting by, my boy.
It's like, oh shit. I'm like, I was actually pulling for the Chargers on Sunday night to beat the Chiefs. I'm like, wait, I squeak into this 1 seed real quick. But no, I mean, it's crazy to think about. It's just never in a million years. You know, the 3-game stretch without Tua losing all 3 of those games is like, you know, you start 3-0, you lose 3 in a row, and then it's like,
you start to think what if a little bit.
Maybe, no, seriously. Like I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like if we had him back there for those games.
If he wouldn't have got hurt that game, y'all would have won that game.
Yeah. And the Jets game, we ended up getting blown out, but in the third quarter, it was a 1-score game. And the Vikings game, we were winning up until the fourth quarter. So I can't help but have this weird feeling that, like, had he not gotten hurt, there's a potential 9-1, 10-0 record right now, which is wild to think about.
Bro, Tua's numbers are nuts.
This is one you can't.
Tua's numbers are crazy, bro. He missed 3 games. He missed 3 games. He has 18 touchdowns, 3 picks.
Yep. Missed 3 games. Missed 3 games. Patrick Mahomes, of course, who's otherworldly, leads the league with 28 touchdowns. Tua has 18.
He would be right there if he played those 3.
Yep.
He's leading the league in QPR, all kind of crazy metrics.
Rating. It's not. Yeah. I sent you his 3rd down stats this year, right?
Crazy.
They're absolute bonkers. It's wild. I'm pretty excited though. Like that's a big one. We got a 1-win Texans team coming to town. Play like we should. We should win that game. We're gonna be sitting at 8-3, and then the meat of the schedule comes into play. We've got a couple of games after that. We don't have any more cakewalks, I would say, after that. It goes 49ers, Chargers, Bills, Packers, Patriots, and Jets. So no cakewalks. Now, if the Jets are still starting Zach Wilson by the time that game comes around, I like our odds.
He's
a little bit
statistically the worst quarterback in the league.
He's awful.
And then he said he doesn't feel bad about not scoring.
Said he didn't let the defense down. He completed 9 passes. They punted the ball 10 times. So, but this is where my issues come into play. It's like, dude, if last season, if my quarterback had a game like that, where he completed 9 passes and our team had to punt the ball 10 times, it would have been over. It would have just been over. Now, I know there's talks now because the coach came out and said he's not committing to starting him moving forward. But it's like,
would you start him?
Just ran off with it. No, I never thought he was that good. I never was on the Zach Wilson hype train. I saw him throw some pretty impressive passes with shorts on, and I'm like, it didn't mean anything to me. I'm like, I just never thought he was that dude. And he's a Jet. He might have been that dude if he wasn't a Jet.
Right.
They can't do it. They can't get that position right.
So Battle of the Suck It Bowl, Broncos versus Panthers. Please, Broncos. Y'all are just better than us. Please win this game.
Are they? Are they? Because they're not. They're just not. They're not better than you. And it's sad because I came into this season so hyped up on the Broncos, and I know you did too. But
best stat of the year is if Geno Smith throws his next 100 passes into the stands, his QBR is still better than Wilson.
Tua could throw 20 more interceptions, 20 interceptions in a row, and still have a better QBR than Zach Wilson.
Jesus.
Wild. But, dude, y'all are better than the Broncos. The Broncos suck.
You see who we're starting?
Suck. Yeah.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah. Yes, you're still better. They are terrible. I just sit there and I'm like, because every now and then you'll see the Broncos will be like first quarter they got like 10 points, like shit. All right, maybe they get it going. They'll end the game with 10 points, and that's it. They're done. They're done for the day. They won't score anymore. They're awful. Look at their point totals in all of their games. 16 points, 16 points, 11 points. They won a game with 11 points.
Yeah.
23, 9, 16, 9, 21. 10, 16. They can't score 3 touchdowns.
They're terrible.
In a game. They're awful. Terrible. Y'all are about to beat them. Y'all are just flat out better than they are.
Well, that's not good.
I know it's not good for you, but the schedule gods frowned upon you by putting that garbage team on your schedule.
Bro, I can't believe it. They're upset me.
They released Melvin Gordon this week. Because he fumbled the ball for 100 times this year or something. It's unreal how many times he's fumbled. Shocking news out of the NFL today. Rams waived Darrell Henderson.
Darrell Henderson's like, you waived me?
The one who wants to be here.
You waived me.
Gets cut. Their leading rusher cut. Matt Stafford has to retire because that's how it works. If you get 2 concussions in a row, the media tells you have to retire. So he has to retire.
I haven't really heard that from me. That's weird, isn't it? No one's talking about that.
What? Weird, huh? Yeah. No, you should be forced to retire. That's what the media was telling me when Tua got his second concussion.
Yo, here's the real question. Are the 49ers the best team in the NFC?
Right now, I mean,
I think the Cowboys are pretty good.
The Cowboys, but the Cowboys can also just lay a stinker.
Yeah.
I still think the Eagles, even with the struggles, top to bottom,
Vikings
are the best team. I think the Eagles are better than the Vikings. I like the Vikings. I picked the Vikings to win that division. That wasn't me thinking the Vikings are an elite team, though.
Okay.
I still think they're one of the better teams in the NFC, but we just saw what happened. That team got annihilated.
Honestly, I don't think there's not any elite teams in the NFC.
I like the Eagles. I like the 49ers. There's just the 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo, as much as I hate him, as much as I do not like that the circumstances
the Bucs
to
are going
get
to sneak
him where he is.
The Buccaneers are going to sneak in.
The Bucs are going to sneak into the damn Super Bowl because the quarterbacks Tom Brady's going to have to beat in the NFC playoffs are a joke. And he's going to have to beat Geno Smith and Kirk Cousins in a night game, which is just going to be terrible.
Motherfucker, blind, bro.
I mean,
snow blindness and cats.
Dude, I saw someone say it the other day. My man is solar powered, bro. He's literally solar powered. If you put him in a dome or you play him at night, it's just over. So Tom Brady's going to walk into another Super Bowl. I'm predicting that now.
Yeah, the Rams are terrible.
Rams are awful. I don't know what happened. It's not like they lost a lot of talent. They lost Von Miller. They lost Odell Beckham, but we all thought that they kind of replaced Odell Beckham when they brought in Allen Robinson. They are awful. They suck. They can't do anything. Now Cooper Kupp's out. They're done. Mm-hmm. They are just absolutely done, which is surprising. Some teams have surprised me more this year with how bad.
How long? When is Kingsbury getting fired?
It should have happened a long time ago. It should have happened a long time ago.
I mean, how is he
still hanging on? I don't know, man. That team is underwhelming as hell. They are 4-7. There's no way. There's no way he makes it to the end of the year. Definitely not making it the next season, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
They're losing the Chargers.
I couldn't imagine.
By the way, Kyler Murray hadn't played since Call of Duty came out.
Since Call of Duty came out. Something to keep an eye on.
He hasn't
Solid
played at
drop.
all.
Hamstring went out. I'm done. Didn't he finish the game he got hurt in? I don't remember him getting hurt, you know?
Neither do I.
I don't know. It's weird. Like, yeah, coach. Old Hammy's acting up. 10 kill streak, though. Got him. So
I'm setting nukes off.
I don't know, man. It was good. It was good to have the bye week, you know, being a Dolphins fan, but I'm ready to come back to it, dude. I'm ready to come back to it. Some things are starting to shape up a little bit, though. We've got the NFC East and the AFC East are both wild places to live right now.
Mm-hmm.
Both divisions, what is it? All the teams in both divisions are above 500. So that's fun. We thought the AFC North was going to be the problem. And the AFC West. Wrong. They're both not that good.
Right.
AFC East is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know, man. It's starting to kind of take shape. But yeah, I'm kind of on that same train with you. I look at the NFC and I really think, you know, Eagles, Cowboys, Vikings, those are probably the three good teams right now. But like I said,
did you see the bonus structure they do for golf? By the way,
no.
Tiger Woods led the way with $15 million in bonuses. He played 9 rounds in the last 3 major championships. Roy McIlroy won a lot.
Yeah.
And apparently it's based upon Players Impact Program. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Interesting.
Just if you're famous or not, I guess.
I guess so. I guess that's where the money comes from.
That's pretty wild though, right?
Yeah, that is pretty crazy.
I was reading that. I was like, Tiger Woods. Still making money.
He's the name.
So, Remy, we're gonna kind of cut it short today. Honestly, It's been a busy day. We got a lot going on this weekend. Of course, for Thanksgiving, we won't be here. Everybody will be celebrating Thanksgiving. But what is one thing you're thankful for?
Honestly, and this is gonna sound cheesy, but this.
Really?
I'm thankful for this. I love doing this. I absolutely love doing this.
We come on here and have a good time.
And it don't matter. Shit, dude, it don't matter if there's one person in here, if there's 20 people in here. At the end of the day, it's me and you talking sports. And, you know, before when you lived here or downstairs, that was an everyday occasion.
Right.
We don't get to do it every day anymore. So a lot of this stuff is...
You say you miss me, man? You say you miss me, bro?
This is what I like to do, man. I like to sit here and talk about all this crazy sports stuff that goes on. And I know, like, and we're even limited to how far we can go into it every week when we do this, because we'd be sitting here for hours.
We would,
But I will say, I think that this is, you know, unfortunately this week, like I said, being on vacation for the past week and a half, it's been like, I forgot today was Tuesday, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. Allison texted me and was like, are y'all going live at 8? I was like, holy shit, today's Tuesday.
When do you go back to work?
Next Monday.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah. But no, I really do. I appreciate and I'm very thankful that me and you get to sit down and do this. I do.
This is cool. It is. I mean, it's a lot of fun, right?
I'm very thankful for the people that join. The people that sit there and take up their afternoons and comment and just talk with us and stuff. I love that, man. That's why I do it. And I do appreciate it.
She said she's coming over Friday. We watching college football. There you go.
I will be here.
Remy ain't going nowhere.
I don't think I'm leaving.
We love you guys, honestly.
What are you thankful for? You can't just leave that on the cliffhanger like that.
I am thankful. I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for a lot of things. I'm clearly thankful for you guys, for everybody here at and kind of what we got going on over here at Hard Pass. I know our schedules are up and down and crazy and stuff. I do miss everybody, honestly. You know how much Remy it used to mean to me to be around you guys, just doing nothing, but we would be around each other doing nothing together. And there's times where I do miss everybody back home. I still call South Carolina home. It'll always be my home. Literally, I've lived out here for 2+ years now, and I still say it home. When I say home, that means South Carolina. So I don't think that'll ever change. But thankful for kind of got a lot of stuff going on in my life that positively for work and for Camille and getting engaged and all that kind of cool stuff. Taking some strides there, but yeah, man. Honestly, one day we're gonna wake up and we're gonna click the go live button, and it's gonna be there's 20 people in here. And then one day we're gonna click it and it's gonna be there's 100 people in here. And I have a guy that handles all Matt's social media presence, and he is insanely good. He does a lot of shorts, does a lot of long stuff. He said he's willing to help us out. And
Allison put together the little thing today in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, that's better than anything I could have put together.
So, I mean, you guys, y'all are the MVPs, really. So yeah. One day when we get famous, it's all of us. We all gonna be famous.
Oh yeah.
So
we
cool.
all in there, because that stream bar, that chat bar, you're gonna see us clicking them up on the screen. It's gonna be
Allison,
nice.
You already brought new people in here that we haven't never seen before. So
yeah.
We appreciate your grinding. You know, you like little sis for sure.
Certainly appreciate it.
But
any time and effort, man, just means the world.
That's it. So I want everybody to have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. Share it with the people you care about. Break bread with the people you love. And also watch some football. Because what else is Thanksgiving for?
Oh yeah, and more so for you, World Cup.
Yeah, it's just hard for me to get fired up about it in Qatar. Honestly, it's just hard because of where the location is and all the.
I know it's tough, and I'll be honest with you, it hasn't been up to this point. Hasn't been a lot of great soccer being played up to this point. But hey, it's the World Cup. People care. People love it. I'm not the biggest fan. I did watch the U.S. play. I probably won't be paying a ton of attention outside of that, but
bro, green bean casserole. I want green bean casserole, dude.
Right, we're gonna have us a little smorgasbord put together here Thursday, bud. It's gonna be nice.
I miss you, boys. One day, I'm gonna fly back in for it.
Hell yeah!
So
you know where I'll be.
That's right. Well, we love each and every one of you guys. We always appreciate y'all for coming and hanging out with us. U.S. team looked great. Jekyll and Hyde. Always, Mark. Always. Like I said, I want everybody to go give everybody a big old hug. Tell them Terry and Remy said Happy Thanksgiving. And, of course, we love each and every one of you guys. So we will holler at y'all. It would be next week, right? Next week. So next Tuesday. We hope to hear about all the good food that everybody had. So we will see y'all then. Peace.